Celtic were down, but certainly not out at half-time as they come back in the second half. 2 goals in 3 minutes was enough to give them their first European victory of the season, and it saved the Scottish coefficient because without this win, Scotland as we know it would have been dead and buried by the end of the night. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. It finished Celtic 2, Sturm Graz 1 in the Europa League. A little bit similar to the last Sturm Graz European scoreline, albeit last time they played, it was the other way around, with Sturm Graz winning 2-1 against another Scottish side by the name of Glasgow Rangers.
Aye, their manager is currently a guy who got beat 4-0 by their previous manager, Russell Martin, but let's put that. More about this game. Celtic deserved to win. Don't think many people could dispute that. Some red card decisions to get into, some good goals, and Celtic keeping their European chances alive. You talk about the coefficient. This is like giving paracetamol to a dead man, though, isn't it?
Aye, it's like life support on a corpse. At this point,
there is simply no point. But for Celtic, I mean, you probably would have took this. Celtic lost a few players through injuries, but they won.
Aye.
They've lost Iheanacho, they've lost Alistair Johnson, Cameron Carter-Vickers at the end of the game looked done, and I mean that's 3 pretty
big players that will be missing potentially for Sunday. So bad news for Celtic there, but not bad news on the night. It was a win. It was a deserved win. Sturm Graz, I thought, were really poor. They had a great opening goal, and they had a good chance to go 2-0 up, but other than that, there really wasn't much from them.
It was weird. I thought Celtic's best football came when they were getting beat. I think once they took the lead, I'm not saying they shat it, but it was almost like 2-1 was enough. You would expect more when you go 2-1 up.
Yeah, definitely. Nygren could have had a hat-trick tonight easily. I think he had multiple chances. Celtic created a lot of chances for open play, but I mean, in the end, both their goals coming from corners, set pieces.
Absolutely, but let's talk about the start of the game, shall we? Iheanacho gets subbed off within 2 minutes, hamstring away, so that looks like he will be out for a couple of weeks.
This is what should have happened to Shermiti. Rangers should have subbed him in 2 minutes.
No, this is what should have happened to Shermiti during the medical, so that deal never went through. But it didn't. We've seen Johnny Kenny come on. I thought Johnny Kenny played alright without getting his goal. Was a nuisance, always winning the ball off defenders, getting shots away.
Well, Johnny Kenny had to come on because
there's no one.
For whatever reason, Yamada has not been selected in the European squad, and I just don't understand why that guy's not getting a chance at Celtic.
Brendan Rodgers doesn't fancy him apparently. Right, Kenny wins the ball, runs, drags it wide. Pretty poor at the end of the day. You'd expect him to get it on target. He doesn't. But a guy does get it on target. Hovart picks the ball up, sticks it top bins. Kasper Schmeichel's no saving this. It's 1-0 Sturm Graz. My Honda Civic Thursday just got a wee bit better, and then it ran out in the second half. But it peaked here.
This was full speed in the Honda.
Yeah. Now let's talk about
not to 60 in 10 hours.
Let's talk about Nygren then. So he missed about 5 headers. He scored one eventually. This kind of reminded me of O against Rangers a couple of weeks ago, where the guy missed about 6 good chances. Nygren was the same here. Has to be taken. And we were talking about easy headers. If we're bashing Shermiti earlier for missing one header, got to bash Nygren here.
No, he needs to do better. He had too many chances in this first half, didn't take any of them. He had quite a few chances in the second half as well before actually getting the breakthrough goal. Even the header that he has, or the shot that he has before the corner that led to the equaliser, I mean, that's a great chance that he should have scored, but I mean, in the end, he did get his goal, so.
He did. Sturm Graz hit the post. Could have made it 2-0, didn't. Alistair Johnson then gets subbed off. Looked like his hamstring as well. Got to question why Brendan Rodgers started him. I mean, first game back for a guy that you know has got a history with injuries. And he's literally been rushed in. Because he wasn't even in the squad on Sunday. And now he's getting fired into this. Didn't make much sense, that, to me. And now he could be it for another 6 weeks.
I mean, I can see why Rodgers has done it. Big game, important game, and maybe he felt like he needed Alistair Johnson, and Alistair Johnson would give him a much better chance of winning. But, yeah,
the guy he gets subbed off for got the assist for the first goal.
I do feel like he was rushed on here in order to try and get Celtic a good result tonight. So losing Johnston and losing Iniacho both in the first 15 minutes, first 20 minutes. Not a good start. But the goal for Horvat, that was a good start for Sturm Graz. Amazing goal.
Where are you? Where is your head here, by the way? Because I've covered this 2 minutes ago.
Have you?
Aye. You need to lock in, right? You're on the champagne because Hearts are 5 points clear. You need to fucking reel it in. And we're at the end of the first half. Nygren's missed a whole host of opportunities.
It was a good goal though for Horvat, wasn't it?
It was.
Aye.
So what? Seeing I was talking about that, what were you doing?
Spacing it.
He was spacing it. Anyway, into the second half we go. Hatate straight away flicks it, cracks it, blazes over. I thought Hatate was pretty poor in this game, but that was decent.
I thought Hatate was actually alright.
There you go then. Right, there was a free kick saved
What did I know?
for Sturm Graz. Yeah, you don't know much. We then had a header wide from Sturm Graz for Stankovic. Again, it looked in.
Nah, I thought it was in.
For the angle behind the goal, it looked in.
I mean, must have just skimmed the post here. It was so close. Could have been 2-0. Dare I say it, that might have been enough to finish the game, but...
Well, this might have been enough to finish the game. There was another opportunity. Well, I'll say an opportunity. Cameron Carter-Vickers, should he have seen red?
I would say no, but what I would say is I think it's more of a red than the red that we actually seen.
If you do this tackle on FIFA, man, you're sent off.
Carter-Vickers just takes him straight out and it almost looks like he two-footed him.
Put it this way, if the ref gives this as a red, don't overturn it. Not a chance do they overturn it.
No, probably not, but yeah, I thought that he could have been away here, but...
With this one, the ref's kind of out of sight, I believe, but with the other red...
Yeah, standing right in front of him.
So, that is the difference maker. So, Nygren then goes on to miss another open net. This guy was just missing open nets all night. Celtic then get a corner for this. Take it short. Engels finds Don.
Well, he didn't miss it. It was a good save for the keeper. I mean, I guess...
He should be putting it out of sight.
Well, it's a good save for the keeper. Anyway...
well, you know what? Schmitty's header on target earlier, I'm not going to claim that's a good save for the keeper, am I?
No, but that was a simple save. This one was actually pretty good.
It was straight at him. Have a word.
Nah, dead on. Dead.
Did you space out during this fucking shot as well?
You're talking shit. So
you think that's a good save?
Aye.
It was straight at him.
You're giving the keeper no credit?
No.
So you're saying there's no difference?
And the words of Roy Keane, that's his job. That's his job. So he has to fucking save
You're saying there's no difference between this save and the save that the brand keeper had to make for Schmitty? You're saying there's no difference?
Of course there's a difference, but it doesn't mean this was a good save though.
I mean,
this is as basic as saves get.
So what was the Schmitty save then?
A fucking piece of piss. I described it as a back pass for the fucking defender. That's what it would be like.
Right, anyway, Nygren helps make up for the so-called miss, as you're calling it, because...
It is a miss, he should score.
Technically a miss is when you miss the target, mate.
Well, it's a shite, he should score then.
If you're getting a shot on target, then it's and the keeper's defensive going in, that's a save. You've had your shot saved. You've not missed.
Well, it's an easy... He's made it too easy for him. Well, so what would you describe that Schmitty chance earlier then? That cost you a lot of money?
No comment.
Shite. Right. 1-0 Scales.
Aye, quick corner, ball in to Donovan, and he just plays it to Scales, and then Scales with a nice wee finish. Tell you what, Scales with a better finish than Nygren could ever come up with.
Absolutely, but speaking of Nygren, he makes it 2-1, another corner, another
quick
set
corner,
piece.
Engels, bang, whips it in, terrible goalkeeping, goalkeeper just standing on the edge of the 6-yard box, doing fuck all. Nygren is unmarked, and he heads it home, and 2 goals in 3 minutes for Celtic.
A win's a win, they deserve to win, but this paper's over the cracks, man. 2 set pieces within 3 minutes, and let's face it, the defending's awful for the first goal, and the goalkeeping's awful for the second goal. People are saying, oh, Celtic are back, they're back. We've seen them beat Motherwell late on, we've seen them beat Kelly late on. This doesn't mean shit to me. Honestly, if people are taking confidence for this game, thinking Celtic are going to rock up to Tynecastle or other places in the next couple of weeks and fucking pick up massive wins and great performances, I think they're mistaken.
How confident are you that they don't win at Tynecastle?
Yeah, I'm not saying it's like 95% Hearts, but there's people pretending that Celtic are playing good all of a sudden because of this game. They're not. You seen their frailties throughout this game, right? There was a period.
Yes, but it was a pretty good performance. Like they only scored 2, but they did look like, I think on an all night Celtic could have scored 4 or 5, and that wouldn't have been I think that's an
Well,
exaggeration.
Nygren could have scored 5 himself, but my point is the 2 goals they scored were because Sturm Graz were shite. Sturm Graz aren't that good. It just sums up how bad my team is, because Sturm Graz beat them. So, and we see the last 15-20 minutes of this game, Celtic were bloody getting balls whipped into their box. Sturm Graz just didn't know what to do with them.
Yeah, well, one thing that didn't help was the Chukwueze sending off, so he catches McGregor. Like, I get it, it's a poor tackle, it's definitely a yellow card, but I just don't think this is a red, man, not for me.
Yeah, it's a soft red, yes, but once he gives it, you're never overturning it, because it's not clear and obvious, guys. So yeah, it's a red card. Good night.
Also, could Neil Lennon have been any more biased on commentary?
I was screaming like a little girl, man. It was embarrassing.
He was claiming for a handball when it hits him right in the top of the shoulder. It's like
Stankovic went down. He went, no,
no, Mickey.
Son of Riot. Total Wolf in the F1.
Right.
It's called a Malderise, mate.
It's called football. It's contact, buddy. Anyway,
corruption, mate.
Anyway, moving on. Sturm Graz had a few balls whipped into the box. We had a couple of free kicks. One that was whipped in and nothing happened. And then one that was just fired over the bar. To be fair, it would have been an injustice if Sturm Graz hadn't equalised for that free kick, because it was just a nothing. Hatate clears the ball and then they're coming together and he somehow gave the free kick to Sturm Graz. Normally in that situation, they give the free kick to the team that is trying to clear their lines, even though there's no free kick to be given.
He should have played on.
But normally they would give the free kick to the defensive team, but this referee gave a free kick to Sturm Graz for whatever.
Dodgy decisions, guys.
Yeah, there's a corner late on where Scales gets brought down or whatever. He goes down, then he tries to roll onto the pitch to waste a bit of time. Stankovic, I think, is trying to throw Scales off the pitch, and Neil Lennon's not happy.
But Scales, right? Scales is injured off the pitch, and he clearly crawls onto the pitch. And Lennon's like, "Well, this isn't going to cost anything." It will, though. See some referees, they don't factor this in.
No,
they don't. So Lennon, I understand. He's sticking up for his team. Like, I understand that, but at the same time, Scales is crawling back on.
Well, this referee never factored it in because of it. He blew about 10 seconds after the 5 minutes.
Yeah, and we had a few incidents that should have dragged it out, but anyway, Celtic won 2-1.
Yeah, the corner came in. Shite corner, was given offside. Balakisha, I thought, looked no bad, to be honest. He came on, looked a bit bright, had a bit of energy.
Yeah, but
it was intent. He was direct.
But let's look at the context, right? The guy's been shite so far. He looked all right against a team down to 10 men who were chasing the game and knackered.
All right, you hater.
No, I'm not a hater. That's the facts. If we're going to pretend Yang would have looked good tonight.
Well, I mean, don't we go that far?
No. If you listen to this video, be honest. You think Balakin's just that good because he fucking did that?
Yuki Evans will be getting the Nokia fired up. He'll be not having those comments. But Yang looking good.
He'll be.
Anyway, Celtic's seen it.
Vickers could be injured.
Celtic's seen it out. They got the win. You've already talked about that in the opening, so I.
Alright. And we also talked about the other 2 injuries in the opening, but we went over them again. So you know what I go? Oh well, do you want Carter Vickers to be fully fit?
I don't fucking fear Carter Vickers. I'd rather Scales was it, honestly. I think Carter Vickers is so fucking overrated. Anyway, let's have a look at the stats. So Celtic had 66% possession. 20 shots to Sturm Graz's 8, 7 on target to Sturm Graz's 1, 45 touches in the box compared to Sturm Graz's 12. Schmeichel, according to these stats, never had a save to make. 9 corners to Sturm Graz's 2. It was domination for Celtic. They deserved the win. Only negative I would say is probably should have been.
Yeah.
Probably should have. Not comfortable enough.
They made hard work to a win.
The fact that in the final 5 minutes they have a goal lead and a man lead and they're kind of being pinned back to defend. And yeah, Sturm Graz never really created a good chance or any sort of chance really, but you know, all it takes is some mistake or a moment of brilliance or like a handball or a bad tackle, and then before you know it, you end up drawing this game. So I just think that Celtic should have had the game out of sight and it should have been more comfortable for them in the final 10 minutes of the match. But either way, they get the win. They kind of salvage their European campaign, because had they not won tonight, then they would have been in trouble. Even a draw, I think, would have left them up against it. But they get the win, and it actually moves them in now to the top 24. But yeah, we'll talk more about that. We'll talk more about that. Obviously,
they had to win. For me, if they didn't win, this
Celtic
game,
and Roma as well.
Yeah, for me, if they didn't win, they were out.
So both Celtic and Rangers are still to play Roma, and Roma have already lost 2 games.
So Roma need to win.
So yeah, it's not like Roma are going to maybe go into those games with a bit of leeway. I mean, Roma are like, Roma are worse off than Celtic. They're currently behind Celtic in the points tally. So
anyway, it's a very close, down to 29. Everyone's on free. So there's a lot of teams that could win and easily go above. I know, we'll talk about that in the... We're not allowed to talk about what he's just spotted there.
Yeah, anyway guys, Celtic fans, what I will say is, if you weren't happy enough... Jesus Christ. If you weren't happy enough with the win, I will advise you just to look at the Europa League table, scroll down to 36th place, scroll down to last place, and you will like what you see. That's all that I will say. If you're a Celtic fan, check out the Europa League table, look at who's bottom of the 36-team Europa League table, and you will like that team. And that team also is from Scotland. And it's not Aberdeen, because they're in the Conference League.
Aye, so Aberdeen.
And they're also from the same city as you. But they don't play in green and white. They play in blue.
And they're a bit shite. So.
And they've got a £10 million donkey up front. You might have guessed who it was, guys, but we won't reveal it. If you want to know who that team is, you're going to have to check out the European review show later tonight. Good win for Celtic. I mean, it doesn't. I don't even know if it salvages the coefficient, because it's still in an absolute mess.
First win since what? January or something?
The Scottish coefficient will need more than this to survive. But
I think it's
a start.
No, you say it's a start. I don't see what could happen.
You got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Celtic have bought us a bit of time tonight, but
I guess so.
But we'll see what happens, right, guys? That's it. Review show coming soon. Till next time. Peace.